Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. Well, it is maiden time for the F9F-5 Panther from FREEWING 70mm. Okay, the only thing I've done with this on the outside was I took it out and gave it a range test at the house. Other than that, she's not been in the air yet. I've given her, since the radio rates and CG video, I've given her a clear coat, and I've done my little antenna mod right here to give me something to grab the battery hatch with. And that's just a zip tie poked through there, lopped off and glued in place is all that is. All right, rates are 100% throws over 30% expo. Kind of windy, so trying to figure out trim is going to be relatively interesting. CG, if I remember right, it's 55 millimeters back from the leading edge, but there's actually CG marks there that you can feel. I can find it on this one, and she's okay. All right, I couldn't find anywhere where it gave a elevator to flat mix, so we'll have to see. Like I said, it's kind of windy. All right, got the KM model version 2 afterburner in her. Wind is kind of down the runway, so that will help. All right. Okay, right, left, up, down, right, left. Okay, start my timer for 3.5 minutes. Running a 4000 Sokokin 6S. All right, here we go. Oh, what a sweetie.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
What an absolute sweetie. Alright.
Takeoff flap, landing flaps. Flaps are up.
Alright. It does want to rise. Not a whole lot.
Retracts deployed. Landing flaps.
See how it acts? Not bad. All right.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
All right. Let me get her turned around here. It is windy. Woo! All right, I landed her without flaps. So let's see, next time we'll try landing her with flaps. But so far, very successful. Just wish it was a calm day. Can't seem to get those anymore. All right.
You're up.
All right. I'm gonna fly along, cut the power. Now, she just kept gliding, so I don't know. Let me try it again this way. All right, flying along. cut the power. Holding up elevator, up elevator, up elevator. And she just slumps forward. Okay, cool.
Retracts deployed.
All right.
Landing flaps.
Really no elevator to flap mix needed. Don't get too slow in the turns. She started dropping a wingman. All right, a little bouncy, but not bad. All right, let's go one more time.
Seconds.
I'll leave the gear down.
Timer expired. Braking. Brakes off.
All right. Definitely going to call that a very successful maiden. And I can tell you for one thing, she doesn't need an elevator to flap mix, and she is a locked-in plane. Definitely a locked-in plane. I really enjoyed that flight. Motor off. 18 seconds over on a...
Starting the funnel.
Okay, so we flew for 3 minutes and 48 seconds. Let me check my gear real quick. Some of the landings were questionable. No problem. All right. Oh gosh, now I flew with the missiles on, but I've got them and had the rates up maybe on the dial there, maybe a quarter. So not bad. All right, let me, actually, why don't we walk underneath the cover and we'll do the setup video in there, or I can show the setups in there. All right, now that hatch, that's just a zip tie lopped off through there, pulled up through there, and that gives me something to grab a hold of. That's all it is. I've given her the clear coat. Okay, and other than that, the KM model afterburner version 2. Let me unplug that. Rates at 100% over 30% expo seem great. Still got 53%, so if you got a 4,000 there, set your timer for 4 minutes. 4 minutes will be just fine. And you can fly any way you want. If you really just kind of keep her above stall speed, maybe a little over half throttle, then maybe you'll you can put it for 4.5 minutes, but definitely 4 minutes, no problem with mixed flying. To show you where I have it, CG worked out perfectly with that 4,000 tucked in about maybe ½ an inch underneath the front up here. Okay. Right there is the 7-channel Limit RX stabilized receiver. Does not have self-level, it just has a wind stabilization. And then I've got a satellite running up front here. But yeah, I'm very, very impressed with that. The flap rates that I used, no elevator to flap mix needed. She did seem to rise a little bit when I put in flaps, but I was also going into the wind, so that's going to make it naturally go up. But when I was going to my start my downward leg to start my landing, she didn't rise or dive at all with landing flaps put in. I didn't really use takeoff flaps because there's so much wind down the runway. I don't need it, and to be honest, the last landing I didn't even use flaps, and the landing was much, much better. But in case you're interested in the flap settings, flaps up, all the way up, are a negative 100% on Spectrum. For takeoff flaps, just to show you what those look like, for takeoff flaps,
Takeoff flaps.
That is a negative 55% with no mix. And then for landing
Landing flaps.
is a negative 20% with no mix.
Flaps are up.
All right, well there you go, folks. That is the very successful mating. We made a baby plane. That's very successful maiden of the FREEWING 70mm F9F-5 Panther. Good looking plane, good flying plane, and stay tuned. We'll get the second flight in for you, and like I said, when I stalled her, I was going into the wind, cut the power, and I tried to hold up elevator as long as I could, and all she just kind of did was just slump forward, which I'm looking to see if she drops her wing one way or the other, but instead she just kind of slumped on forward, so that's good. Next time we'll fly her inverted a little bit, see how she does, take her up, spin her a little bit, just see how she handles. All right, well thank you so much for watching. God bless y'all. God is good, and don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and then Panthers Maiden. Bye-bye.